Hey, check this out. It's the oil filter from your generator. I'm just washing it here in some parts cleaner. You can use diesel fuel or soap and water. Just make sure it's nice and dry before you reuse it. Make sure all the crud and stuff is removed from this wire mesh. Inspect the O-ring for any damage. There should be no kinks on it. It should be clean and no deformities whatsoever. Same goes with your oil filter. It should fit perfectly into the engine with no side-to-side play, and make sure you also put a little bit of oil on it. It helps to install it and reduce some of the friction and damage that could happen when it's put back inside the engine. Now you got to make sure when you install it, it is flush right up against the engine, no gap. Any gap whatsoever, the O-ring doesn't sit inside properly, it's going to cause this oil passageway not to line up inside the engine. Not lining up inside the engine, oil cannot make its way up through the oil filter up to the pump. Now the oil pump will turn, but it just won't be able to draw in any oil from your filter up to the bearings or the rest of your engine through oil passageways. Now here's how it is supposed to work. Oil is drawn in here from the rest of the engine through this passageway in through this chamber where your oil filter resides inside, and through the mesh on your oil filter, oil travels around it through the mesh and out through this opening into the engine oil pump, the engine oil pump, and up to your bearings and the rest of your engine and other openings. And again, very important that this lines up inside the engine. If it's off ever so little, back and forth, not inserted flush on the engine, you're going to have problems. The engine will shut down, you will have low oil pressure, and it's all because of a little tiny O-ring that did not sit properly right there. It's very important. Make sure there is no gap whatsoever.